Here's a good sourdough. It looks very messy. I have a good amount of liquid on top, which I don't really want to use this time. So I'm just going to pour it up. This is just alcohol. There, very liquidy. I don't need that. In order to wake it up, I'm going to put it on my scale, very cheap kitchen scale, zeroing out at the water. It doesn't matter how much. Yeah, leave it. It's just 103, that's a lot. It really doesn't matter. I add about the same amount of flour to it as I put water. Usually I do maybe 30, came up to be 103. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah, 100. Stir this up nice. It's very lumpy. There we go. That's all we need. Can you see it? It's lumpy, it's messy, and this is not tight. Air can get in. And that's exactly how we want it. The flour I was using, some random baby red wheat that I had left over. It is not old, it is fresh, maybe 2 weeks. Don't use old flour, use very fresh flour. And that is step 1. I have the sourdough in here, it's waking up on the counter. That's all there is to it. Okay, let's see, we are about 6 hours after we fed our sourdough. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, you can see some bubbling, and it has grown considerably. We got our scale, a mixing bowl, we got our dough whisk croissant. This is what it looks like. King off of red flour, flaxseed, and salt. So let's go. Let's see what we have to do here. I do like to weigh my sourdough first and put 2 breads. I'm taking 150 grams. It's kind of firm, but that's okay. Again, this is totally not exact. I'm just weighing approximately. Nothing specific about it. Yeah, about 150. We need water. I always mix my dough first with the water. I'm using distilled water as to not introduce any chlorine or any other impurities. So don't use faucet water. The water you want to be kind of exact. And now I stir it up. I don't need the scale anymore. Sourdough, culture, and water. And I always add any inclusions at this point. So today, that's my flaxseed. This way, I really have it evenly distributed with the sourdough. If I use a whole grain special flour, I will add that now. I'm not adding this beautiful, beautiful grain like that. I have to make a flour out of it. Let's go there. Oh, the little girl. There we go. I have had this now, oh gosh, 20 years or so, and she's doing great. She's loud. And then it's closer. They used to call this the whisper wheel. Now it's called the wonder wheel. Definitely not whispering. And there we go. We got flour. Going back to our pot here. And there we go. And I measure about 300 grams. I add that in and see how nice and yellow that looks. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, from now on, I'll be taking my whisk, the whisk to stir everything. Can you see that? Yeah. And I can show you that closer. See how happy that sourdough is? It's all bubbling already. You can tell this is really, really active now. And the next to last step is my King Arthur bread flour. Dump that in there. And contrary to everybody what they're saying, I add the salt right now. Has never done any bad things. The yeast, the sourdough does not rind at all. So now we're kind of just mixing it up. I used to knead sourdough, which never came out right. At this point, we're just stirring it up, kind of just moistening the flour mixing the flour. Not nothing scientific about this. Yes, there's still a little bit flour on the bottom. That doesn't matter. You can tell it's getting hard now to stir it and turn it. And that tells me I'm lazy. I'm going to stop now. Now, if you look at this, if I can peel that off just like that, I have like a medium hydration, and I have a really good dough going. It's not too sticky, it's not too dry. There we go. And a little bit close up. See, just dragging it like that. All I did was fix it up. Lazy, lazy, lazy. And then I cover it with a shower cap. Or anything you want to cover it with. Shower cap is cheap and easy. You can use a moistened towel, linen towel. And here she goes. I'm going to set my timer for 1 hour. There we go. And that's it. Wait a minute, did you not forget something? I took a lot of dough out of my pot here. So I want to refeed it. Because I may make more bread in the near future. I took 100 grams of water before, that was too much. But again, it didn't really matter. 30. Perfect. I like 30. 30 water. 30 flour. There we go. Stir that up. For some reason, I do like to take a fork for that. Don't stir it like crazy. Just mix it. And that's that. Now this can actually just go in the fridge for late. There we go. My dough can be in the fridge for half a year. It won't matter. I'm going to try to pull it. Pull it up. And fold it over. Turn your hole. Quarter. Grab it. Pull it. And lay it down. Quarter. Grab it. Pull it. And lay it out. One more time. Grab hold of it. Pull it up. Lay it over. And that's it. Put the flour cap back on. And here we go. Sleep for another hour. Set the timer. Another hour has gone by. Let's see what this looks like. This would be our second stretch and fold. You can see how I'm holding it down here with my scraper, and then just try to stretch the dough. It doesn't matter how much I grab. One turn. Try to grab it, stretch it up, fold it over, one turn, stretch it up, fold it over, one last time, stretch it up, and fold it over. And even though there are some dry parts that you can still see, you can tell that this is becoming a nice dough. It looks very different from the beginning. There we go. That's all that needed. Second spatula. I could stop here. I can keep going just about every hour you want to do it. If it's 45 minutes, fine. An hour and a half, fine. It does not matter to the dough. I'm setting another hour. Okay, let's see where we're at here. This is our third spatula. It's a heavy dough. Spatula. And fold it over. Quarter. It's pretty hard. Stretching it and hold it over. Quarter. So stretch it, fold it over, and one more time. Stretch it, fold it over. And I think that's probably good for tonight. You cover it, leave it on the counter overnight. Depending on the warmth of your kitchen, it can grow up to 3 times the volume. My kitchen is so cold, it may not grow much at all. We'll see tomorrow morning what it looks like. And that's all we do tonight. Well, good morning. Let's see what happens overnight. He has grown a lot. But again, my kitchen is right now 50 degrees high zero. So it is not very warm here. In the summer it would be a lot bigger, which is okay. I'm trying to get it off the sides here, and then I am going to get on the counter just for a brief moment so I can cut it in half and weigh it. Pull it out. And there we go. This is a stiff one. I think just a little bit more hydration would have been nice. You'll be fine. I'm going to cut it in half. And then see that I have approximately half. Nice and chicken. Line of her. There we go. Let's shape it a little bit. What I want to do here is increase the surface tension. So I'm kind of rolling it in. Rolling it in. I'm still not kneading the dough. As I'm rolling it in, I am pinching the seam on top. I'll pick this one. And here's the other one. Increasing the surface tension. Yes, you can go slide and hold and slide and hold. I found that not to be necessary. Okay, we have our vanilla, and I like to add some ground rice flour to it. Ground rice flour. And get it nice in the grooves. And then you can lay it in. You go in there, seam up. Seam up. There you go. One. Two. Laying it. Seam up. They are slightly different sizes, but that is what I have. And then we cover it with our shower cap. And then we can go in the refrigerator. So the good thing is, I can go to work now. They can be in the refrigerator 3 to 10 hours. There we go. Nice and cold. This is sourdough. The longer you have it in the fridge, the more sour it'll get, of course. But you can take a good break. If you don't have enough time, you come home and then something happens. You can leave it in there for another day. It doesn't matter. It will be a little stronger, sourdough taste, but it's completely okay. Okay, here we go. My oven has been preheating. In the winter, I take out the bread out of the fridge when I start preheating the oven. As you can see, it has not risen at all really in the refrigerator. I have 2 pieces of parchment paper. I have a knife to score the top, and I have my Dutch ovens in the oven. They are preheating. So let's see how this goes. I'll take the larger one first. Take my parchment paper and lay it over the bread. Invert it. It's still kind of cool, so it is kind of firm. You can't see a damn thing. There we go. There we go. And then just make a cut in the center. That's all it needs. Lift it with your parchment paper into the form. Close it. This is hot. I preheat the oven at 450 degrees. This one. Here's the second one. And here we go. Second row. Take your parchment. Flip it over. Gently. Score it. You can use a lovely, you don't have to. A sharp knife is just fine. Lift it into your hot vessel. Close it. And in the oven she goes. I will time it at 450 for 40 minutes. Start that. If you want more of a sandwich loaf, you can also let it rise in one of these horns. And then you put it just like that in the oven. And you put the second one on top. So you get a very nice rise out of it. So I guess I'll see you in 40 minutes. Oh look, they're beeping. Let's see. This is always the moment of truth. Let's see if it came up. Yep, it sure did. I am taking the lid off. Oh yeah. And let it brown a little bit. Yeah, you can see it. Close it again. Maybe 7 minutes. And get it a little bit browner. Okay, here we are. Let's see what we made. the other one. Well, it does look like it worked. We have a pretty good rice out of there. And we have another small one. There we go. What do you think? That's a pretty good looking bread right there. It needs to cool for at least an hour before you cut it. It's not a forget, okay? Don't cut it. Leave it for an hour. Here's what yoo-hoo! So, I find the focus there.